Happy Monday, Mid-Michigan, and welcome into the News 10 Plus Digital Desk. I'm Taylor Gattoni with Studio 10's Rochelle LeGrand. How are you?
I am lovely today, Taylor. Feeling very modest, very mindful, very demure, as they say.
Okay, we got to compliment the outfit.
Yes.
I'll stand up on the box
Is this very
for a second.
demure to you? It doesn't? No? Maybe? Yes?
Look at
Kind
that.
of? Sort of? Probably not. But it's all right. We're actually going to tell you what that means. You know, that's that new trending sound. Talking about being demure and very modest and very mindful.
Wow.
So it's been going around on TikTok and today on Studio 10. You know, we always got to get with the trends. What's everybody saying? What's everybody doing? So we'd love to hear from you guys today and what you think about being demure.
The latest trend, okay.
Exactly, and where we should practice being that. So that's exciting. And also, you know, it's Monday, especially as a lot of kids are going back to school within these next few days, few weeks. You start to get into your routine. You start to get into your regularly scheduled programming, this and this and this, which is great.
Yeah.
Sometimes, you know, when you start getting a lot of that routine, you start getting very disciplined, but then you start to get a little bit bored and kind of fall into that regular every day and you lose the excitement.
Yes.
But
you need something to switch it up.
Exactly. And Regina Carey is joining us today for a little motivational Monday, and she's going to express how we can actually do that today. So very excited to hear from her. You know, especially on those Mondays, you always need a nice little pick-me-up.
Especially maybe on a day like today where it's feeling like fall and you might be thrown off by that. Getting you motivated to start the school year and get us through the rest of the year.
Absolutely.
And just to start off your week this week.
Exactly. So excited to have her back. Plus, Nicole, even though she's not here with us, she did get a chance to go talk to the Lansing rugby team. We saw them win their first medal this year at the Olympics. How exciting, but I don't think a lot of people knew we actually have a rugby team right here locally that you guys can join. So she's going to give us a little one-on-one on the field. Here's how you play, here's how you get started, and kind of learn a little bit more about the girls that are actually on the team. So we're going to get our athleticism on.
I love that, and it's interesting to see the differences between, you can kind of compare it to football, but it's also very different and unique in its own way.
Yeah. So definitely want to take out your pen and paper and get some notes on that. Plus, we're also taking a trip to the MSU Dairy Store. I know you love that place.
Good. It's so yummy and just rich in the flavors and whew.
And let me tell you, we're going to learn why. Because today, you know, I didn't realize how big dairy production was right here in the state of Michigan. I think maybe because I'm from back at home, you don't realize how many farms. There's not really that many farms around, but I see.
You come here.
They're everywhere, but I see why, and I see how, you know, how big the production dairy is here and how significant it is for the entire state. So we're going to go a little bit behind the counter at the MSU Dairy Store, and we're going to see how the milk goes from the farm to the factory to the freezer, and then becomes that rich and luscious, delicious food that we like to have in our hands.
I love how you're showing the process, like you said, the F's right there, the farm, factory, to the freezer, and seeing how you don't just show up with this delicious ice cream. You know, it's not like poof. I wish I could just snap my fingers and have some ice cream in my hands right now.
I wish,
but
especially from the MSU Dairy Store. Okay, that cookies and cream was phenomenal.
It's so
but
good.
yes.
And they have unique flavors too. So to see how all of that production goes in and creating these delicious flavors and how it all works, that's exciting.
Oh, I cannot wait. So, of course, we're going to have all that for you today on Studio 10. And if you happen to miss anything, and I don't blame you, listen, the weather is absolutely beautiful outside. Make sure you just head to WILX Studio 10 on YouTube. Subscribe. Let me tell you, we will make sure those videos are out there for you to watch, especially for that Monday motivation. You know, Mondays is a great day to kind of listen and hear what you need to know. But sometimes I need that motivation on Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday.
Yes, the whole week. Every single day is almost, sometimes, you know, a Friday could be a Monday feel.
It can give that, but not today.
Not today. We're going to get you motivated.
But yes, thanks, Taylor.
Thank you, Rochelle. We'll see you coming up at 3 o'clock today in just over 15 minutes. Make sure you're tuning in. Again, they are talking about getting motivated with Regina. They're talking about the dairy farm production across mid-Michigan and also speaking on MSU's MSU Dairy Store, which is delicious. If you have not gone to do that yet at all, I highly recommend you go check out the MSU Dairy Store. Try as many yummy flavors as you can, so get your appetite ready for 3 o'clock when Studio 10 comes on. But something else I want to do is show you a live look outside across mid-Michigan. So speaking of MSU, here you go. Live look over Michigan State University right now. You're seeing those clouds up in the sky, but you're also seeing the blue sky as well. So as you're heading out the door, and you probably have already today, you're feeling cooler temperatures, that fall-like feel. So we're going to be experiencing that for this week. And then heading into next week, we'll return to more of those summer-like warm temperatures. But what you're going to notice this week, and I'm going to give you a live look over downtown Jackson. I see that Chris Schultz is joining us from East Lansing, so good afternoon, Chris. I just gave a live look over Michigan State University. So hopefully you're seeing some of that look outside, but downtown Jackson looks about the same. You're seeing those big puffy clouds and then the blue skies as well. So live look over downtown Jackson. Our sky cam's looking a little weird there. Oh, there we go. Back to normal. So I'll try to give you a few more live looks right now. Let's go to Delta Township, and then I'll show you what is on our website, wilx.com, where you can find more into your first alert forecast. This is a live look in Delta Township right now. You're seeing the traffic moving along just fine, but yes, there are plenty of people out on the roadway. And also that sky cam is looking a little bit shaky, so it might be a little breezy as you're heading out today. Plus, with the cooler temperatures, you probably want to wear a jacket just to keep you warm and break some of that breeze up. But I'm also going to take a live look over US 127 right now because Delta Township, it looks a little hazy, I would say there. But we're going to show you a live look over US 127. You're seeing more of those big puffy clouds and again, more of those blue skies. Looks like there, traffic's moving along just fine too. So something that I want to show you now is our first alert weather on our website, wilx.com. We're going to bring you to that right now. Let me see if I can enlarge this for you. Oh, that is not what we need. There we go. All right, scrolling down, Colton updated this this morning for News 10 Today at 11, sharing your forecast and all of the details of what you can expect coming up this week and also heading into next week. So he shares how a low pressure system that has been giving us the scattered showers and storms the last few days, it has moved away. So I know yesterday and even Saturday, lots of downpours across mid-Michigan, very, very heavy rain. So if you were out on the roadways, I'm sure you were slowing down and using caution because it was coming down and making visibility difficult. However, we're expected to have a beautiful forecast this week again, looking like or feeling like fall, and you're going to see that here. So this is your hourly forecast for today. Let me show you the 3-day and then the 10-day because this is really where you're going to see that fall-like feel and then transition into that summer-like feel here heading into next week. So again, this week, you're taking a look right here. You have low 70s to start, and then by the end of the week, I actually never knew you could do that. That's so fun. Look at that. You can click on the different days and get even more information. I've been on this website so many times now, and I didn't even know you could do that. So if anyone didn't know that and accidentally clicks around, look at that. So today, Monday, you can find even more information. Wow, that's so nice. But you're seeing the sunrise, the sunset, which is unfortunately around 8:30 now. I know it's getting so much darker than what we're used to earlier in the summer. So just know fall is on the way, and you're seeing that reflected right here with those low 70s and then moving into the high 70s to give you that last summer-like feel. I want to hold the horses there. Who knows if we will get any more summer-like temperatures, but just know heading into next week, we will have those return into the forecast, and our meteorologists will continue giving you your forecast and seeing how those temperatures play out moving forward. But yes, you're taking a look at this real quick. You get the fall-like feel, and then the summer weather returns. But I do want to show you a quick look at our future radar for anything going on if there's any rain, which there should not be. You're taking a look. In fact, Colton during News 10 Today at 11 was mentioning how this 10-day forecast is probably one of the very few, it's rare that we don't have chances for rain. You're seeing, heading into the end of the weekend into early next week, we have a 20% chance. But other than that, you are seeing 0%, and even 20% is pretty low. Of course, we're going to continue monitoring this, seeing how that changes with the systems heading into the next couple of days and inching closer into early next week. But as of now, with the systems that our meteorologists have looked at, you're seeing that there is no rain. So we should be pretty dry, especially after that system from over the weekend has moved out of our area. These are the temperatures and the forecast that you can expect heading into the rest of this week and then going into next week. So again, just a good reminder for the rest of this week as you have those cooler temperatures, especially overnight. So if you want to have a bonfire to stay warm outside and have that crisp like fall feel, maybe have a bonfire, sit by the fire, read a good book, anything like that. get a jacket because it might be a little chilly. Grab a blanket, sit by the fire, anything else to keep you warm. But also, I know a lot of people get excited for the fall season because you get to wear your sweatpants, your flannels, your cardigans, anything else like that, your cozy-like feels for your clothing. But until then, and you start bringing out some of those clothes. But don't put away your summer clothes just yet because, again, I'll go back to it, we're seeing those warmer temperatures moving in next week. And then we'll also get some more sun too. So if you want to do one last lake day, one last pool day, run around the sprinklers, have a water balloon fight, anything like that with the summer activities, you still have the opportunity to do so. And you could do that today if you wanted, but it's probably a little too chilly for that. Oh, and then Chris Schultz was saying you can also find that in the app. Yes, so with all of this, like Chris was mentioning, when you click here, you can get more of those details in the app. So thank you, Chris, for mentioning that. Yeah, this is my first time doing this on the website. I did not know you could do that. The app, yes. This, I was just clicking around and went, whoa, I didn't even know you could do that. And I've been clicking around on this website for quite some time now, so I was a little like, huh. Look at that. So fascinating. The more you know. And even though I've been doing this, you learn things every day, don't you? So here's a little Monday tidbit. And thank you, Chris, for also pointing that out. You already knew ahead of me, so that's great. But yes, that is how you can find our First Alert forecast. Also, download the First Alert weather app for free off of Google Play and the Apple App Store. There we go. That came out of my mouth weird. But yes, I do want to show what else we have coming up today on News 10, starting with Mid-Michigan Matters during First at 4 today. So we're going to pull that up real quick. We are bringing back Dr. Tufik Jilday with MSU Healthcare, who joined us during the Paris Olympics to talk about overuse and sports injuries. So now, in relation to preventing those injuries, we're going to be sharing the importance of warming up for those fall sports. And not just the fall sports, but whatever activity you are doing, how you can make sure your body is warmed up and ready to go. One of the hardest things, I know people like to jump straight into a workout because you're like, hey, you're already spending an hour in the gym, you might as well get to it. Well, to prevent all of those injuries so you can continue building up your strength, your balance, whatever it is you are working on for your physical and mental health, knowing that warming up is the best way to get your body used to all of the strenuous activity it's about to perform when you are doing your workouts or participating in certain sports or different activities. So again, today during Mid-Michigan Matters, sharing the importance of warming up and also giving you tidbits on how long you should be warming up. What are the different stretches and activities or movements you can be doing to really warm up your body and again prevent those injuries. Whether you're working on handstands and you're preventing wrist injuries, maybe you are running and you want to prevent ankle injuries, leg injuries, IT bands, or if you're golfing, sometimes when you have the same swing, you need to balance out the other body. So what are ways to do that? We'll be sharing that all coming up today on Mid-Michigan Matters during First at 4. And then coming up News 10 at 5, every year over 800,000 Americans experience a heart attack, but experts say many of those who survive them are missing essential health advice. So coming up on News 10 at 5, we'll have more on a study from University of Michigan Health that found fewer than 25% of people hospitalized for serious heart conditions receive dietary counseling within 3 months. Again, that's coming up News 10 at 5. Coming up News 10 at 5:30, Justin Kent has returned from Michigan International Speedway, where Tyler Reddick and his number 45 Toyota won the Firekeepers 400. We have reaction from MIS, which is in Brooklyn, Michigan. That is coming up News 10 at 5:30. Then News 10 at 6, late British Prime Minister Winston Churchill once said, "There's something about the outside of a horse that is good for the inside of a man." Now a local man who is utilizing his horses to help Mid-Michigan kids. And coming up on News 10 at 6, David Andrews introduces us to Santa's first responders. So we have that all coming up today on News 10. Make sure you are checking in with everything going on. And the last thing that I do want to keep note of as well, as we're changing seasons, changing weather, I always like to tie that into our emotions and our mental health, which is always changing too. You heard Rochelle bring up the importance of routines, but also how when you have a strict discipline routine, especially heading into work, the school year, which many of those students and children who were running around having fun throughout the summer, now it's getting back to your sleep schedule, your eating schedule, homework, having extracurriculars like sports, band, maybe art classes after school. I don't know how they do that. You go through a 7-8 hour day of school and then you have all these other things plus homework, then you got to eat, then you need your sleep. It's a lot to keep note of. So with all of that and changing of routine, lifestyles, transitioning into other parts of your life, know that you're not alone when experiencing maybe these emotions of pressure, stress, anxiety. You know, sometimes excitement can also lead into anxiety. And also talking about depression. Sometimes, you know, it's hard to leave your friends throughout the summer, and sometimes there's excitement to look forward to your friends in the school year. But different emotions may arise, and know that you're not alone. No matter what you're experiencing, whether it's addiction with gambling, substance abuse, you have suicidal thoughts, and maybe paranoia, anything, PTSD, some sort of trauma. No matter what it is, we have resources available on our website, wilx.com, for you to check out, browse around, use that as guidance to find you and connect you to a mental health care professional who can help improve your mental health journey and just provide those guidance tips. Maybe it's advice, maybe you're just looking for support and someone to listen to you and understand where you're coming from. So those resources, again, are out there on our website, wilx.com. All you have to do is scan that QR code on your screen and it'll bring you to our website and that link with all of those resources. So again, a great tool. I know I've scanned it just to check out what we have across our area. And these are sources listed across all of our mid-Michigan counties. So whether that's Jackson County, Lenawee, Ingham, Eaton, Shiawassee, many different ones. I'm blanking right now. We have many counties across mid-Michigan, but make sure that you're checking that out if you need to improve your mental health, if you know someone else who is struggling. And then a good number to keep in mind, very simple, 988. So that is the mental health care crisis hotline, 988. You can call or text that number. And if you're a veteran and need help as well, I believe it's option number 1 that you can press, who will connect you to another veteran who has gone through a similar experience. And it really helps when you are, you know, having a conversation with someone who's been in a similar position as you, because they understand where you're coming from, and they have that empathy, and again, that understanding to know, hey, you know, you've been there too. Here are some things that have worked for me, and maybe this will work for you. So just a great way to reach out and improve your mental health. But with mental health, one more time, head outside. It's beautiful this week. One more live look over US 127 if you plan on hitting the roadways today. Maybe you plan on heading out to any sunflower fields soon or getting ready for that fall feel. And yeah, just taking a live look outside with that green still, because when we do head into the fall season, pretty soon, we're gonna start seeing those leaves change. And I know Crystal Holloman up there, I'm gonna give you a shout out. Why? Because you were in the UP. She posted a picture that the leaves were already slightly changing up there. A lot of them. Okay, a lot of them are changing. We're going to have our fall foliage forecast from our meteorologist coming up when we get inch closer and closer to the fall season. But yeah, Crystal was saying the leaves are already changing up there. Woo woo! Where'd you go? St. Ignace?
St. Ignace is
And Sault Ste. Marie? All right. And she went to the Blueberry Cafe. Great recommendation for a food spot, by the way, if you are heading up to the UP. Wild Blueberry Cafe. Thank you. I forgot the wild part. Wild Blueberry Cafe. Great pancakes, great food. I can attest to that. Crystal recommended that when me and one of our former producers actually went up there. Delicious. Highly recommend. And a great pit stop, too, if you're making the drive up there. You know, you can make the early drive, get your coffee, replenish, get the energy. Maybe you just need water, orange juice, or some bacon or pancakes with chocolate chips and some syrup. Ooh, yes. Go up to Wild Blueberry Cafe. Check it out. But yes, we will have more of the fall foliage forecast when we inch closer to fall. But one more time, we are getting some of those fall-like temperatures this week. So again, check that out. All right. Whoa, Chris has a fun little tidbit. Michigan has 83 counties. There we go, Chris. I always appreciate when you interact with us. Thank you so much. But yes, that is everything we have coming up today here on News 10. Studio 10, you heard from Rochelle LeGrand. We have Justin Bradford, who will be in for Studio 10. First at 4 and our 90 minutes of news coming up. And then, yeah, if there's also, I want to shout this out real quick. If there's any content that you would like to see here on the News 10 Plus digital desk, whether that's any stories that you would like an update on, or anything else going on across our area that you would like to see on the touch board, I should point this way, there we go. Or if you want us to pull up any videos and we can talk about that as well, let us know, because we would love to do that and continue interacting with you and sharing all of that information that we have here at News 10, or that we can gather here at News 10 and then share with all of you. So that is it. But Chris, thank you. I love when everyone interacts in this little live chat here. That's always a lot of fun for us. We get to look over and we see a new message and we're like, ooh, what is this person saying? So thank you. We hope you're all having a great day. Thank you for joining us on the News 10 Plus Digital Desk. Studio 10 is getting started here in just under 40 minutes, and you can join us for the rest of the day on News 10. Have a great one.